The Middle East, a land of ancient history and vibrant cultures, but also a region plagued by conflict. Tensions simmer, wars erupt, and the shadow of a potential apocalypse looms. At the heart of this volatile mix lies Iran, a nation driven by a unique blend of religious fervor and geopolitical ambition. Iran, the land of ancient Persia, stands as a powerful force in the Middle East. Its Shia Islamic identity shapes its worldview, and central to this identity is the belief in the Mahdi, a messianic figure destined to return and establish a global Islamic order. Iran's leaders often invoke the Mahdi in their speeches. This fiery rhetoric resonates deeply with many Iranians. They see their country as a beacon of righteousness in a world teetering on the brink. Please subscribe to Rapid Report and hit the like button. In Shia Islam, the Mahdi is not just a legend, he is a living descendant of the Prophet Muhammad. Shia Muslims believe he went into hiding centuries ago. They await his return, which will usher in a golden age of justice and peace. The Mahdi's return, however, will not be peaceful. It will be preceded by chaos and tribulation, a time of global conflict and upheaval. For many in the West, this sounds like a terrifying prophecy, but for Iran's leaders, it is both a promise and a call to action. They believe that Iran has a crucial role to play in preparing the world for the Mahdi's arrival. This belief influences their foreign policy. It fuels their support for armed groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen. Iran's leaders often frame their geopolitical struggles in apocalyptic terms. They see the West, particularly the United States and Israel, as enemies of Islam, enemies that must be confronted before the Mahdi can return. This worldview is evident in Iran's unwavering support for Palestinian groups like Hamas, groups that are locked in a bitter struggle with Israel. It is also reflected in Iran's nuclear program, which it insists is for peaceful purposes. The West, however, remains skeptical. Iran's nuclear ambitions, coupled with its fiery rhetoric, have led to crippling sanctions. But instead of deterring Iran, these sanctions have only strengthened its resolve. Section 4, the Guardians of the Revolution. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, is a powerful military force in Iran. It is deeply committed to the Islamic Republic's ideology. The IRGC plays a crucial role in advancing Iran's regional ambitions, and its actions are often seen through the lens of modest ideology. The IRGC has been accused of supporting terrorist groups. It has been blamed for attacks on United States interests in the Middle East. The IRGC's Quds Force, responsible for extraterritorial operations, is at the forefront of this shadow war. The IRGC sees itself as a vanguard force. It is preparing the ground for the Mahdi's return. Its actions, while often condemned by the West, are seen as righteous and necessary by its supporters. Section 5. Echoes of End Times. Iran's actions in the Middle East have raised alarms. Its support for armed groups, its nuclear program, and its apocalyptic rhetoric have created a sense of unease. The 2023 Hamas attack on Israel, for example, sent shockwaves through the region. While Iran denies direct involvement, its support for Hamas is no secret. Such events fuel the perception that Iran is actively working to hasten the apocalypse. Adding to the tension is Iran's growing influence in Iraq. The annual Arba'een pilgrimage, which draws millions of Shia Muslims to Iraq, is a testament to Iran's soft power. Section 6. A World on Edge. The world watches with bated breath. Is an apocalyptic war on the horizon? The answer is far from simple. Iran's actions are undoubtedly provocative. Its ideology is certainly messianic. But it is not the only actor on the world stage with apocalyptic visions. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is also infused with religious fervor on both sides. Messianic beliefs within Israel further complicate the situation. And the United States, with its own history of apocalyptic thinking, is deeply entangled in the region. The potential for miscalculation is high. A single spark could ignite a conflagration with global consequences. The question is not whether an apocalyptic war is inevitable. The question is whether the world is prepared to prevent it. Section 7. Between Hope and Fear. The belief in the Mahdi is for many Shia Muslims a source of hope. It is a promise of a future free from injustice and oppression. But this hope is intertwined with the fear of a cataclysmic showdown. The world must navigate this complex landscape with caution and wisdom. Dialogue and diplomacy are essential, however difficult they may seem. The alternative is too terrible to contemplate. The future hangs in the balance. Will it be a time of peace and justice? Or will it be an age of fire and fury? The answer lies not in ancient prophecies but in the choices we make today.